Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to finish up our lines drawing. I have the table of offsets right here as a refresher. If anybody wants to copy it down if they haven't, pause the video and do that now. If you want to follow along drawing your own boat, that's cool too. I've done a few things here since last week. I've marked out for water lines. That's the next step here, is to draw in some water lines. We didn't cover those with the last boat at the beginning of the year. The boat we drew at the beginning of the year, we were only drawing the shear and a chine line because it's a flat bottom boat. Those are the two important long lines. But this is a curved bottom boat, so we're gonna draw in some water lines to help fill in some information in those curves. We have 4 water lines at 3, 7, 12, and 18 inches. And in the profile view and the body plan view, they're just going to be straight lines going all the way across. 3, 7, 12, and 18 inches. Similarly up here, 3, 7, 12, and 18 inches. And those will give us places to measure out from the center line and plot additional points so that we have more information to connect the dots and draw a fair curve in the body plan. There won't be anything drawn on the profile view, but we'll take that information from the body plan in the table of offsets and transfer it down to the half breadths view and take a look at those water lines from above. Let's start with the body plan. We're going to start with station 4. On the right hand side, to review a little bit from last week, on the right hand side we'll have the stem and stations 1, 2, 3, and 4, and on the left hand side of our center line we'll have stations 4, 5, 6, and the transom. So station 4 will be on both sides of the body plan. Let's start out with a few points. I've kind of penciled it in a little bit. On our water lines, take our scale, and we're just going to measure out from the center line at water lines 3, 7, 12, and 18, which are in the half breadths section of our table of offsets. So at station 4, start with the right hand side. Station 4, we will measure out from our center line on water line 18. We'll measure 2, 1, 0. Put a point there. And at station 12, we'll measure out from the center line 2, 0, 2. So that's 2 feet, 0 inches, and 2/8 or 1/4 of an inch. We'll put a point there. And at station 7, or I'm sorry, water line 7, we'll measure out from the center line 194. So it's 1 foot, 9 inches, and 4/8. And at water line 3 will be 096. 0 feet 9 inches and 6/8 or 3/4 of an inch. So 0.96. Bang. And one more point at 0.02 up and 0.06 out. That's our rabbit point right there. So next we'll connect all of those points, including the rabbit and the shear. Okay, next we'll connect some of those points. And you may find that one of those points doesn't quite fit. It's okay to blow past it if it gives you a fair curve. So now you want to mirror image this onto the left-hand side just for station 4, and then we'll continue on with station 3, or I'm sorry, yeah, stations 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and the transom. Now we're going to connect them. This time I'm not going to hit the mark on water line 7. It doesn't quite look right. So I'm going to connect all the others. Maybe using a couple different lines. Now after all these waterline points and stations are drawn in on the body plan view, we'll move down to the half breadths view and draw those water lines in lengthwise. Okay, so I filled in a few more station lines, and they'll need some adjustment. This is kind of a back and forth thing. Some of the information in the table of offsets is not perfect, but you keep revisiting it, maybe make some adjustments, and that's kind of part of the process. Let's start moving the waterline information down to our half breadths view. Okay, in our body plan view, we were taking each station's waterline information and plotting each station all at once. In our half breadths view, we're going to pick one waterline and move all the way down the boat. So we're going to start off at the stem and then plot points at each station for one water line. Let's start with water line 7. So in water line 7, we have our stem point at 006, and in this portion, this lower right-hand corner, we have waterline 7 and the measurement for how far back from this forward perpendicular line, how far back we need to measure for the beginning. So 0, 1, 6. Over here, we'll make our beginning point 0, 0, 6 up from our center line and 0, 1, 6 back. So 0 feet, 1 inch, and 6/8. Starting off at 0, 0, 6 out from our center line, which is 3/4 of an inch. So I'll put a point very close to the beginning over here. Then moving back, we'll go to station 1 and plot out at 0, 6, 6. Station 2, 1, 3, 6. 1, 9, 0. 1, 9, 4. 1, 4, 6. 0, 7, 7. And then the transom at waterline 7, 0, 0, 6. So let's connect all of those dots now.